and welcome to Wild Breakaway. Alongside Wes Walz, I'm Audra Martin. The three-game road trip got out to a good start for Minnesota with a win over Vancouver, but suddenly they have back-to-back losses for the first time this season. Tonight it's a 4-1 loss to the Colorado Avalanche, a team they know quite well, and it was no surprise to see some of Colorado's big names come up big, like Gabriel Landeskog with a 4-point performance.
Yeah, he played really well here tonight. I thought overall, the Wild played a good, solid game. Anytime you're playing the Colorado Avalanche, you have to limit your mistakes that you make. And I thought the Wild played a pretty mistake-free game. Didn't turn over a whole lot of pucks through the neutral zone. Played kind of a grinding style game, which is the type of game that you need to play to beat the Colorado Avalanche. Was 2-1. Late in the third period, and then there was a bit of a fisticuff there with Duhaime and McKinnon after a hit from behind there, and McKinnon stayed in the game. Probably should have got an instigator fight, and if not, I mean, you could debate the instigator fight whether he should have or not, but for sure it should have been a 5-minute major. Should have probably been out of the game. So the game kind of turned there, but overall a very closely played game, and one that the Colorado Avalanche were able to win.
So let's take a look at how things went down tonight in the Mile High City. Deep in the first period, a couple of nice passes leads to Gabriel Landeskog finding the back of the net for a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, this Avs team, they know what to do off of the rush. Statistically, one of the top teams in the NHL and have been for a few years off of the rush, and they show you exactly why there with a little tic-tac-toe play, and Landeskog delivers with the first goal for the Avs.
Late in the second period now, Minnesota with the man advantage. Marcus Foligno looks for his man, finds it in Ryan Hartman, and he finds it back in the net.
Yeah, the Wild to that point had been 0 for 13 on the power play, now 1 for 14. Nice little play there by Marcus Foligno. If you're a right-handed shot there, you want to try to hit the far side of the net, and that's exactly what Ryan Hartman does.
And that guy is loving life. Sweet moves, sweet moves. Now the Avs get it back 40 seconds later. Eric Johnson netting the feed from Nathan McKinnon for a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, great play down the lower end here by McKinnon, using his strength and ability to create a loose puck, and then finds Johnson out in the slot, and that one slips right through Cam Talbot's body.
Early in the third period, Avalanche on the power play, and Gabriel Landeskog with a nice cross-ice feed over to Nazem Kadri, and the one-timer makes it a 3-1 lead.
Well, coming into the game, the Colorado Avalanche power play is 28th in the National Hockey League. I don't think it's going to finish there at the end of the season. That's a power play goal there, and a big goal for the Colorado Avalanche.
And they weren't quite done yet. It's an empty net goal for Gabriel Landeskog to cap off a 4-1 win as these two teams meet for the first time out of a 4-game season series.
Yeah, tough night overall for the Minnesota Wild. Again, like I said, I thought they played a pretty solid game. As I mentioned, it was 2-1, halfway through the third period, and unfortunately they were not able to pick up the win.
So Gabriel Landeskog with a 4-point performance, 2 goals, 2 assists. It's his 5th 4-point showing of his career. Good news for the Wild power play. They snapped the 0 for 14 skid with Ryan Hartman's power play goal. He now leads the Wild with 4 goals on the season. So tough loss for Minnesota, but yet still a pretty happy coach when it comes to his team's performance.
It's hard to go in and talk to the guys, obviously, after games like that and say, stay positive. We played great. Just didn't get the results, but we really did. We did so many really good things in this hockey game, and we didn't get the result. But if we can play that type of game, that in all 3 zones, we'll be in good shape.
The Wild return home for a quick 1 game inside the XL Energy Center, taking on the Ottawa Senators for the first time since November of 2019. And with it comes a chance to pick up their 9th straight win against Ottawa as well. We hope you join us for Wild Live at 6:30 on Bally Sports North. We'll see you then. For Wes Walz and Audra Martin, thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.